What's going on? What's going on, man? Man and womans. How are y'all doing today? Today is Friday. It's about 8 it's about 8:06 on a Friday in Arlington, Texas. This is another episode of the Circuit Podcast. I believe this is episode number 8. You know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely getting after it. Again, man, my name is Danny G with another episode of The Circuit presented by Troit Ent. Troit Ent Studios, man. If you're in the DFW area, you're a rapper, you're a singer, you're a producer, you're a DJ, whatever, what have you. If you're looking for somewhere to record that has the best rates and the best services, please look up Troit Ent Studios and check out the website. Homie has an app as well, compatible for the Android, for your Android, and for the iPhone. So you got no excuses to download the app. Check out the services and the rates. Check out everything they offer. On the Troy Ent app is actually where you can live stream the Circuit podcast. On top of that, you can watch the Circuit podcast on YouTube. Follow us on our Facebook page and stuff. But again, back to Troy Ent, man. If you're in the DFW area, you're a rapper, you're a singer, you're wanting to make beats, you're wanting to rent out a studio, look up Troy Ent, man. One of the best services out here for sure, hands down. Me when I first started, I was definitely a rapper on the budget, an artist on the budget. I know a lot of us are, and uh, Troy Ent in the studio. I mean, they've been more than accommodating with helping me in my career and getting my projects done. So definitely check them out, man. Troy Ent Studios, man. For sure. Fuck with them. Look it up. Book some time. Check it out. So like a little bit, speaking a little bit more on Troy Ent and the circuit. We actually teamed up recently. We're gonna start giving out some offers to you guys watching at home or listening at home. First of all, I want to say appreciate y'all for listening and watching. The few people that are, love y'all to death. I'm gonna keep on going. I swear, I'm gonna make this thing big. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start putting out a few offers. We're gonna start giving out stuff like maybe discounted studio time, um, and just different type of studio perks from Troy Ent that he's gonna offer that I'm gonna be able to have available to you guys. Just as a thank you for watching and subscribing and following us on Facebook and sharing our videos and being overall just tuning in and being a fan. I would like to thank all my guests that I've had on here so far. Most of them have been my personal friends, and they made it that much more easier for me to just to be comfortable doing this. And I already think that they're badass, awesome people, and it was real easy for me to expose that to you guys watching and listening. Um, so I would like to thank all my guests that's been on the show so far. Today we don't have a guest. We were supposed to. Um, we're supposed to have a rapper from Denton come on the show for us. He's a pretty known guy in the scene in the area out here in the DFW. Um, he's a rapper. He's been at it for a while. He's got big old hair. His name is Richie Flow. I've heard some of his music and his lyrics and his overall talent is fucking dope. I like it. I like his album. Homie just came out with an album called DICK, Dick, whatever. Listened to it on Pandora, I think it was, and it was pretty good, man. If you really are into like dudes who really care about bars and lyrics and dropping just you know the type of bars that are so original, are so they're it's all the bars the music he has, it's almost like a movie. It's almost like who wrote it. You want to ask who wrote it. Like, how did you come up with this story? How were you able to put these words together, and say the things that you said? Like, there's some rappers where I'm really like flabbergasted and like dumbfounded as to how the fuck you came up with what you came up with. I mean, a few examples I can give is like, besides, the homie Richie Flow. I mean, I haven't met him personally. Hopefully I am going to soon. Hopefully we're going to have him on the show soon. But what I'm trying to say about him and his music is, I mean, another example I could give you is like dudes like Lil Wayne, man. Lil Wayne, I mean, obviously he has a lot of hate, a lot of criticism, but he's one of those guys, he's one of those rappers that always surprises you. He always comes with every song you hear him in, he always comes with a fresh set of bars, a fresh set of metaphors, a fresh set of puns, a fresh set of just hot, hot fire ass bars. And the ability to keep on doing that, to to keep on bringing those bars, and I don't want to say reinvent yourself, but keep on one upping yourself. The ability to do that as a rapper is fucking first of all hard, and whenever you do pull it off and you do consistently get better and better at your music and dropping bars, I mean people are gonna notice, and that's why I wanted to have him on the show, is because I can really respect him for his attention to detail when it comes to his music, especially when it comes to his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And there's some genius to that. And I wanted to have him on so I can so I can talk to him, and share with you guys some of his geniusness and stuff that I know he's about. But unfortunately, we weren't able to have him tonight. I know he had some other stuff going on, which is all good. We're all busy people. We all have babies to kiss and bills to pay, so it's all good, man. This is uh this is a laid back show. This is a laid back environment. We like to make to make people feel as comfortable as possible. So whenever they come on, we want them to be, stress free, nothing on their mind, just relaxed and able to have a full on conversation. Anyway, so shout out to him anyways, man. It's all, wish we could have you on tonight, but unfortunately we didn't. We'll have you on soon. So we're doing this one by ourselves tonight. It's just me and Troit. Troit is actually uh right in front of me. He's holding on to he's actually working the boards for me, making sure my levels and my sounds are right. I don't know if Troy, if you can say what's up to the people, or
Yo, what's up out there?
yeah, there you go. There he is, man. So he's here. He's with me. Like I said, that's Troy. He's the owner and operator of Troit Ent, and I'm Danny. I'm the host for the circuit, and we've been teaming up and doing this show, this podcast for the past, almost two months now. This is episode 8 and stuff. So, and like I said, this is the first time we're doing it by ourselves. So a little different, but I am excited because I'm able to talk about other stuff that I wasn't really able to talk about in my other podcast. Anyways, so one of the first things I want to talk about is some local news. Okay, just something in the area. Right, we do live in the DFW. Troy Ent Studios is located in Arlington, Texas. And if you know anything about Arlington, Texas, you know the name Jerry Jones. You know the name Jerry Jones. You know about the. It's not called the Cowboy Stadium anymore. It's called the AT&T Stadium. You know what I'm saying? We got the AT&T Stadium. There's the Rangers Stadium. Um, there's Six Flags. There's a Hurricane Harbor, which is a water park. So what that means is there's a lot of traffic, and it's gotten real hectic and what's it called? clogged up with people over time in Arlington, and that's why I moved out of the city. Now I'm staying actually in Fort Worth, which is a little bit more calm. It's still pretty busy. It still has a lot of the downtown city stuff, but it's a little bit more calmed down, other than like Arlington or like downtown Dallas. So, so if you're staying in an area, you might be a sports fan. You might be a fan of the Rangers. You might be a fan of the Cowboys or the Mavericks. Um, Rangers opening day was on the 3rd of this month, 3rd of April. Uh, I believe we recently lost like 3 games in a row to Cleveland and everything, Cleveland Indians. And I'll be straight up honest with you guys. I myself do not really keep up with baseball, as in like stats and who is who and what's what. Honestly, all I want to do is bring up the fact that the Rangers, you know, are now in season, and you should go, because going to the Rangers game is fucking awesome. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. There's the people, the environment, the crowd, everything about it is fucking dope, man. So if you live in an area, you live in the DFW, you're a sports fan, definitely go to a Rangers game. Like I said, their opening day was on the 3rd of this month. Recently lost, but it's all good. Baseball, it's more than a game. It's an experience. So if you have the time and money and you want to get out and do something a little different, or do something you haven't done in a while, go catch a ball game. Go catch yourself a ball game. Go to a Rangers game. Look up their website. Get yourself some tickets. Plan and buy ahead so you'll get a deal. I mean, there's been times when my brother get tickets for some really good tickets for under $20 if you just buy and plan ahead. And the Rangers games, man, they're so much fun. I really recommend them to every single body, every single age group should go and have a good time. If you're a kid, you're gonna love all the antics and the spectacles that they got going on. I mean, there's little activities, little like play areas for kids where they can wild out and do their thing. Obviously, there's food. There's different like uh things that like the Rangers do throughout the games to kind of get the crowd involved with what's going on. Obviously they'll do stuff like throw T-shirts. They'll have like a dart race. They'll hand out coupons. It's they try to do as much as possible to keep the crowd involved in the game and what's going on. But regardless of that, it's just so much fun because honestly, like going, I like buying. I mean, first of all, the beer is fucking expensive. The beer is like way expensive. The beer, it's about $8 a bottle of beer, like, and it's ridiculous. That's domestic, and for import, it's about $10 a bottle of beer. It's fucking dumb. It's stupid. You're spending $20 on 2 beers, like straight up. It's stupid. But there's nothing better than go to a Rangers game and getting drunk and enjoying the crowd. I mean, it's baseball, so the stadium is kind of like, it doesn't have a roof, so you're kind of in the outside. When you're in the stadium, you still kind of feel like you're outside, like in someone's backyard and back porch, watching people play baseball. So it has like that backyard type of feel, and you're getting drunk, and the whole crowd is like into what's going on. I mean, everyone's chanting. People are yelling stuff. The kids are enjoying it. Families are having fun. It's a good environment. It's a good environment to get drunk, but obviously not too drunk. So, you guys be careful. Be careful. But if you live in the DFW, man, go to a Rangers game, buy yourself a beer, get yourself some nachos, enjoy some baseball, and you won't fucking regret it, man. It's fucking dope. Rangers are awesome. Um, like I said, me myself, I'm not really too much into baseball. I don't even know. I think they've been doing good. Like fuck, like maybe. I hope so. I think so. Right? I think they've been doing good. I don't even fucking pay attention. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck? How are you gonna be like telling people to go to the Rangers game and you don't even fucking pay attention to the stats and the season and to what's going to the record and shit. It's like, dude, hey, fuck it. I don't care. Baseball is whatever. It's not that important to me. I don't really pay attention to the MLB. Who gives a shit? I fucking love going to Rangers games because they're so much fun. They really are. Um, yeah, man. So that's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Arlington. Shout out to the Rangers. And shout out to everyone living in the DFW. Go catch a game. You're gonna have a lot of fun. I promise. It's so dope. Um, yeah. So moving on to some other subjects. Um, a little bit on some, I guess, some like global news, some national news. Today is, let me see, what's today's date? Let's make sure here. The 7th? The 7th on April 2017. And if you haven't heard yet, right, for all of you, everybody that's listening and watching, um, Trump issued an attack on the Syrian government recently. He um, let off some, I think they said like 54 Tomahawk missiles to like a Syrian air base, one of their like army base. Um, and this all happened. Let's see here. Um, Thursday night. So last night. Yeah, this happened last night. Today's Friday, and this happened yesterday. 54 Tomahawk missiles were targeted at the Syrian government last night, and it was in response to Syrian's government's chemical weapon attack on their civilians. So I'm reading off my phone here, and basically what they're saying is this motherfucker Trump, right, the guy that we put in president, he responded to Syria's attacks on their own people, which is like, if you haven't heard about that, Syria, uh, uh, fucking, like, killed some of their people, like with some toxic gas. Like, I think men, women, and children were like all killed. Um, and Trump, wasn't necessarily fucking with Syria and what is that and what they got going on. What wasn't fucking with Syria and what they did to their people. And he last night, Thursday night on the 6th, uh, issued 54 Tomahawk missiles to the Syrian government in response to what Syria did to their own people um, over that chemical weapons attack. Now, that shit's fucking crazy. First of all, like for real, let's think about this. Cause I'm nobody to be like telling you anything about the government or or telling people what to believe, but if Syria really did hurt their own people by that chemical weapons attack, killing men, women, and children, why in the fuck? How does it make logical sense that Trump, and I think too, hold on, let me get this fact straight. He did this. He ordered. He ordered these attacks on Syria without congressional approval. That's another thing to think about. Um, more than yeah. So this is without Congress's approval. Trump, he himself, still issued the attack. What does that mean? What is going on in the White House? What is Trump up to? Is he using this as an excuse to start war? Does he really believe that Syria's actions to their own people is a threat to the security of the US? Does he really believe that, or is he just trying to use this for war, to make money off of war, to profit off of war? Right? Who fucking knows? All we know that this shit is fucking crazy. It doesn't make sense, and people are dying over this shit. You know what I mean? I mean, we can go on and on about President Assad. I believe his name is President Assad, the Syrian president. We can go on and off about what his true intentions and agenda is, and we can go on and off about Trump, about what his true intentions and agenda is. We can go all day about that shit, but really, what we need to focus on is that people are dying over politics and war, over politics again. Like, the shit is getting, like, I mean, it's a fucking cycle and it's getting old. Like, this shit needs to stop. We gotta stop bombing each other. We gotta stop reacting the way we do. I mean, Trump is fucking acting like, your fucking drunk uncle who won't stop, talking shit to your sister's new boyfriend, because he thinks he still got it. Like when he was 18 and shit, he thinks he's a badass. Like, he's barking out the mouth like your drunk uncle, thinking he's fucking thinking he's fucking thinking he's big and bad and making us look bad. And it fucking sucks, man. It sucks in the position we're in as citizens of this country. Um, it's sad, man. It's sad to think about, sad to talk about, but it's something we need to, like, you know. I think something we all need to wrap our heads around, because we need to understand what exactly is going on. Is this like some kind of game that the government is playing with us? Are they trying to make us hate Syria? Are they trying to make us hate Trump? Are they trying to, distract us with the issue at hand to do something else, over here? Try to do the little Texas, little Texas swipe, your little, what's it called? Your little, I forgot what it was that term. You know what I'm talking
Nah, I don't think so.
about? Your little, but basically, they're trying to, like, make something pop off over here on the east side, and then really do something like some other shit under the radar over here on the west side. Like, they might, let off some bombs over here in Syria, have all this stuff going on, but really in the U.S. they're like signing all these like bills and documents to, like,
Oh yeah,
have all
definitely.
this extra shit happen. And we weren't even paying attention to it because we're like, paying attention to the serious stuff. Like, what exactly was going on? Like, I don't know. It seems it seems like, to me, it seems like whatever is going on, you know, whether it's Syria hurting their own people, or Trump getting involved with things he shouldn't be getting involved in, whatever is going on in politics, it seems like it's all done to influence the people. You know what I mean? So, like, if Syria were to if it's true, if Syria really did hurt their own people, that action is to scare the people of Syria so they can have them under control. And and Trump, if he really did, you know, which I guess he did, as he fucking sent off all these missiles to Syria. Um, when he did that, I feel like he's trying to influence something. I don't know if he's trying to influence war, if he's trying to influence the people of the U.S. that war is good, um, or if you're honest, he just doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Who knows? He could be a cynical, just a just a disturbing bad dude. You know, we really don't know what how his thinking is, and and what his true intentions are. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy all that's going on. You know what I mean? It kind of makes you. Unfortunately, it makes you second guess a couple things. It makes you second guess the country you're living in, the people that are running it. You know, as a citizen, it makes you kind of feel stupid for having this dude as your president. I mean, just last night I was having a conversation with my girlfriend, and she was talking about, hey, are you ready to move to Canada? Are we moving to Europe? Where are we going? Because it's just too much going on over here. And I get it. I get why people want to get away from this place and not be a part of it because this shit's going crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, it started to get. I mean, it's already been getting scary with all these school shootings, the shootings in and the college campuses, and obviously the whole police versus the people stuff going on. You know, all that. Police having taking advantage of their power and abusing their power and doing too much. There's that going on. There's a school shooting going on. There's ISIS, and now there's this. I mean, I can see how people are, starting to have a lack of faith in the country and the path that we're going in. But hey, you know, I just uh I just want to tell people that hey, no matter how crazy the media and politics get, all that you can control really, honestly. I mean, you can vote, you can go to school and become a senator. You can get involved in politics yourself. I guess you can do stuff like that. You can you can go to school and be a mayor, a senator, or congressman, or whatever. You can make a change that way. But in all honesty, as regular folks of the world, you know what I mean. There's not really too much you can do to change what's going on in big time politics and big time media. You know what I mean? I mean, it sucks that this shit's happening to Syria. It sucks that Trump, you know, is is um is acting like a fucking tyrant right now. It sucks that people are dying. I mean, we all saw a lot of people saw those images and videos of all those kids and women and men that were all basically piled up in like a fucking blanket in Syria because they're all dead from all those fucking poisonous gases that they're exposed to. It sucks to see that shit, man. I hate it. Everyone does. But you just gotta like just fucking realize as a person, as a civilian, sometimes there's not much you can do. Sometimes all you can do is just be the best fucking person you can be and control your life and the decision that you make. I just feel like stuff like that in the media, in the big time media and big time news, it influences people. It steers people's paths too much. You know what I mean? Like obviously when the whole 9/11 stuff happened, everyone was scared of flying. You know, airline profits and revenue went down. Um, People start flying. Like that's a fact. Like it's just the way it happened. But I mean, there's just comes a time, and there came a time. It happened where you know you just have to realize you can't live in fear. You know, you can't live in fear. You can't be scared of of stuff that might happen, that probably won't, but might, and you cannot let affect fear influence your daily decisions. I mean, I was in a pretty bad wreck a couple years ago, and it was a pretty bad wreck. It was right here on Highway 360. Um, Me and this one car were about to hit. She didn't see. I saw last minute. I swerved off the road. When I swerved off the road, I hit like this ditch, and my truck like fucking barrel rolled like like 4 or 5 times. I don't even know, but it barrel rolled a good number of times, and I mean it was crazy. It was a crazy car accident. Like it looked like a fucking movie scene. A whole bunch of people pulled over, helped me. They thought like I was like, you know, like, oh my god, is he dying? All this shit. After that, I knew I was gonna be traumatized, but I knew that I had to get back on the road and drive. I couldn't let driving on a highway scare me from ever getting back behind the wheel of a car and driving to places where I need to go, because I just wasn't finna let the fear get to me. I was gonna overcome it. And that's the type of thinking I'm just trying to influence, I guess, tell you guys about, because, like I said, there's so much evilness that happens in the world. Um, like this stuff going on right now with Trump and Syria. And obviously it's good to be aware of it. You have to know whose side is doing what. You have to know kind of where, like, who you agree with and where you stand on it. You have to be well aware of the situation, but at the same time, because you're not in it, because you're sitting in a room with AC with like a bowl of hot Cheetos, watching Netflix, um, comfortable as fuck, because you're here and they're over there. You don't necessarily have to adjust your life and like take a like different make let it affect your decisions on a daily. You don't have to let it affect you too much, but just be aware of what's going on in the world. Be aware of the dangers in the world, basically. And I think that's just part of being a grown up, you know what I mean? Like as a grown up, we're all gonna want to travel. We're all gonna want to try new restaurants. We're all gonna want to try to go to new countries, learn new cultures, talk to new people, learn a new language, all this stuff. But obviously, you can't let stuff like the Muslim ban, all this Muslim, anti-Muslim stuff, you can't let that propaganda in the news affect you and how you treat people of the Muslim religion. So, like, if you were traveling and you were to run into to some people from Pakistan, and they all have, and there's some ladies with their hijabs, and there's those dudes that with their fucking, I forgot what that their stuff on, and they have, I'm sorry, excuse me, everybody who's in the religion, I don't even know what it's called, but they have that dot in the middle of their forehead. If you see those people, don't be fucking freaked out. Like, just don't, man. Like, they're people. Like, it's a person with feelings. You know what I mean? Like, and like, everyone likes to laugh. Everyone likes to have a conversation. Everyone likes to make a connection. You know what I mean? So, if you were to like run into some folks like that, don't be scared. Don't let all this shit in the media and and like politics influence you and your decisions as far as like how to treat people and how to think about stuff. Sometimes we forget to do that. We forget to think for our own selves, and come up with our own judgment of what is right and what is wrong, and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's all I'm trying to say is just, you know, pay attention to the news, understand what's going on. Uh, it's good to wrap your mind around it, develop a sense of, how you feel about it, a sense of, you know, like, you don't really necessarily have to be on someone's side. You just have to know the both sides and generate your opinion about it. Um, do what you can. I mean, hey, sign a petition, join a Facebook group, send some money, sell some T-shirts as a benefit for Syria. Something you can do stuff like that for sure. But like I said, don't let the shit in the media and the new politics. Don't let it get to you too much where it's like crippling your decisions because you're scared of, oh, what if I decide to travel and then there's some more bomb the U.S. sends more bomb strikes, and then I'm traveling, and then something happens to me. I'm close to the action, and the people from Syria. I know a guy that's from Syria, and he. I used to work with him, and I always thought he was a sketchy guy. He's like, no, man, you don't have to think like that. Just know what's going on in the news, know both sides of the story, know the motives of each side of that story. Um, just be conscious of what's going on, and and then just kind of take it for what it is, and let it be. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can get involved within the issues going on in the world, and like I said, like you can be proactive and do some charitable stuff, but uh, if you don't want to, I don't feel like you should feel bad that you don't want to, you don't need to, or that you're not going to. Just I think the fact that you're just conscious of what's going on in the world is enough. Um, and just carry that with you, I guess, whenever something else were to happen, and you get freaked out again, and just remember to just always just hear both sides of the story or all angles of the story. Um, take it for what it is, and if you don't, want to get too involved with it, want to feel like you need to or have to, then it's fine. I don't feel like you need to. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of saying the same stuff and like repeating the same shit over again. So I'm just gonna move on from that. But anyways, yeah, dude. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. That's pretty much how I'm gonna end that, dude. Fuck Trump. Shit's crazy. Condolences to everybody in Syria and all the families affected. All the fucking families. Everybody affected. Um, fuck Trump. Hopefully this doesn't start a World War III or anything, or start a war that lasts forever. But all I'm gonna say about that is fuck Trump. So that's just that. Um. So yeah, we're gonna move on to some other stuff. Talk about some other stuff going on in the world, going on in news, going on in sports. Um. First of all, shout out to my Cowboys. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback Dak Prescott, running back Ezekiel Elliott. What's up? Can't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Cowboys represented for life. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of other teams and fan bases don't like Dallas Cowboys and the Dallas fan base, but hey, I got one thing to say to you, homeboy. I got one thing to say to you, homeboy. How about them boys, homeboy? Shit. That's all I got to say for y'all, man. How about them boys? Uh, anyways, man, Dallas Cowboys recently released a statement about Tony Romo. Tony Romo actually retired. He retired this week. They released a statement, I believe, this week of April. The first week of April, sorry. Let's see here. And I believe he was 37 years old. He is 37 years old. He recently decided to retire from the Dallas Cowboys, and they said that he's going to pursue some broadcasting opportunities. And within the same week, CBS Sports announced that they hired Tony Romo to be one of their network lead analysts. He's going to be working with a guy named Jim Nantz. Um, and he's just going to be on there doing his thing. He's going to be the lead analyst. They're going to put him right hot and center, right in the front, right in front of everybody. And he's going to be doing the damn thing. Um, fuck it. I mean, shit, why not, That's fucking dope. Like, Tony Romo had a fucking dope ass career. I mean, honestly, like, since the beginning, he's always been like the underdog. He fucking, the way he gained his His starting position was awesome. I think the dude that was playing before him was Bledsoe or somebody. Oh fuck, I could be wrong. I think it was Bledsoe, and like Bledsoe got hurt or something. Tony Romo stepped up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? All this shit. I think he was like undrafted, free agent, all this shit, man. He was like, a fresh somebody from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? When he started off his career, and he fucking did his thing. He put up some good numbers, put up some good stats. Had some bad games, had some bad moments, had some bad experiences. I ain't gonna lie, but he fucking did his thing. He's honestly one of the more like sensational quarterbacks that we've seen over the past like decade. I mean, come on, you gotta look at his highlights. Look at the way he fucking moves. His scrambles are fucking like impeccable. They're honestly almost unmeasurable. Like you can't there's a few guys I ain't gonna lie fucking like Aaron Rodgers and quarterback for the Steelers, Big Ben, uh, Drew Brees, Seahawks, Russell Wilson. That are fucking badass scramblers, and they're really good in the pocket, and they can always just make something happen out of nothing. But fuck, man, Tony Romo is a fucking man when it comes to making something out of nothing. Like seriously, that dude is just straight all knack and tenacity. Like that dude was made for the quarterback position. He did his fucking thing. Like I am not gonna lie, he was a fucking great quarterback. He just fucking was, over the past recent years, kept on getting hurt, real injury prone. I don't know what the fuck that's about. It's pretty fucking annoying when you have a badass quarterback that can do every play in the book, but as soon as he falls down, he fucking breaks his shoulder, or elbow, or throws his back out. Like it's annoying. It sucked. But after playing so much football, I mean, some things has just got to give, man. I mean, that's something people don't understand is football is one of the most physical sports out there. I mean, it probably is the most physical sport out there. Um, and after so many years and seasons of taking hits and shots and falling to the ground and getting tackled by 300-pound men and all this shit, whenever you sometime one of those times, whenever you fall down, shit, you might not get back up. Like for real, and especially at that level, at that high level, NFL professional, like those are probably the most intense athletes like in the world. Like seriously. So, I'm not mad at the guy. I'm actually happy for him. I don't know him as a person, obviously, but I like him as a person. I think he's probably a cool dude. Really easy to talk to and get along with. And he had a great run with the Cowboys. He could have gone to the Texans. I know that they were trying to line him up in Houston, um, so he can go there and do his thing. But uh, I think this is a better move. He was already kind of getting injury prone. He still looked good. I remember when he played late in the season last year, I think in the playoffs or something. And he still looked. He like drove the fucking Cowboys down to a touchdown and like the first drive he was in. Like he was that good. Anyways, he still looks good. But I mean he's older now. Um, he's older. He's looking more injury prone. Um, I feel like and he was with a good team for a long time. Um, I feel like that's a good way to go out. He's not necessarily in the top at the top. He's not necessarily at the bottom, but he's somewhere right there in the middle and like and the top where he's like he was doing really good. He was doing pretty good, and he's like, hey, he saw an opportunity to do something else, and he took it. Why not, man? It's good for him and his life and his family. I'm sure he's gonna, the stresses of being a football, being in the Cowboys, being a football, being an athlete at that caliber. Pretty sure all that stress is gonna go away, go down, and he's gonna focus on his day job, which is that analyst position, and he's gonna kind of be a family guy. And that's what I think he's gonna do. That's why the reasoning behind his decision. He's been playing ball for a lot of his youth, and he's got a wife and kids now. And hey, why not? Sit down. Get yourself your CBS jacket on and clock in, clock out, and head back to the wife. I mean, why not? That shit's fucking dope. Okay. Uh, yeah, man. So we're gonna like go into a quick break, quick transition, guys, and I'm gonna do maybe like a second half to this podcast. Um, so just stay tuned. We're gonna wrap this up here pretty soon. My boy Troy has a session. So we'll be right back. Peace. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So sorry about that, guys. We had to take a quick break. We are in Troy Ent Studios, and Troy had a fucking session to get to, so we got him out of the room and stuff, so he can get to what he needs to get to. Um, so it looks like I'm gonna finish this whole by myself. It's all good. Ain't tripping. I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? The energy. Uh, Before I go on though, I want to say shout out to my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, baby? I love you. You know what I'm saying? With your fine ass. When I get home, put that thing. Anyways, shit. Shout out to my girlfriend, man. I recently moved in with her, and life's been good. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Life's been good. Life's been real good. I love you, mama. Thanks for supporting me. Anyways, yeah. So man, this is I guess the second half of the show. Troy had to step out, but we're back on it. We were talking about Tony Romo before we had to take a break, and I guess just to wrap that up, I just want to say, man, congrats to Tony Romo. I'm happy for you, man. I wish nothing but the best. I really think you made the right decision. You know, the fans of the NFL are, we're all kind of sad because we're not going to see you in the football uniform anymore. But man, it's all good. Um, it's the right move for you and your family. And and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tony Romo. And, and everything. Um, so so that's what's up, man. That's what's up on Tony Romo. That's all I want to talk about as far as like sports and shit. Cause that's the only thing that really mattered to me or caught my attention this week. Was that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I want to talk about some other shit. Some shit like as far as like in music and entertainment. I'm sorry to keep on fucking with this microphone. I know it's kind of annoying. Like, why does it keep on adjusting the shit? It's like every time I feel like I'm good, I am not. Sometimes I'll get too far away from it, and I feel like it's not adjusted right, but it really is. I just keep moving. I don't know. I want to talk about some other shit. We talked about some news. We talked about some sports. I want to talk about some like stuff on music and entertainment. Um, One of the hotter topics this week's some of the hotter things that I've been seeing and people have been talking about is this beef, all this like scandal and like I guess drama or whatever bullshit surrounded around Drake and his new album. Drake recently released that New Life album, and ever since he released it, I've just seen so many like people call him out as far as like him stealing other people's shit, whether it's like other people's flows, other people's sounds, other people's styles. I've been hearing more and more like from different sources online that Drake has been biting other people's shit. You know what I mean? If you know anything about music and the music industry and the music business, you know that sometimes people do write for other people. Some people do pay for a ghostwriter. Some people do use a ghostwriter. Some people, do pay other people for verses and for for an entire album at times. Um, it's just the way it works, like in the music business. Like we all know that The Weeknd came up under Drake's wing and that the album Take Care supposedly, right? This was on The Weeknd said this in the Rolling Stones interview that the whole album Take Care was originally The Weeknd's and The Weeknd was a starving artist. And when Drake signed him, he was like, "Hey, give me all of Take Care and I'll give you this money." And The Weeknd was like, "Hey, I'm a fucking starving artist. I have nothing. Hell yes." You know what I mean? The Weeknd himself said this on Rolling Stones. This is something all you guys can look up. So there's stuff that happens like that in the music business all the time. I mean, even dudes like Dr. Dre, and Jay Z have gone into shit like that. I'm not gonna talk about the specifics, but they've dibble dabbled with stuff like that. Diddy, he's another one who's dibble dabbled with stuff like that. Um, Anyways, so the latest story that everybody's been talking about is about this rapper named XXX Tentacion. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are tired of hearing about this dude, but I want to talk about him. XXX Tentacion, he's a rapper from South Florida. Um, really got his own style, his own like fucking like punk rock, grungy, trap in your face kind of style. I don't know how to explain it. He has his own shit going on. His like all of his fucking songs sound like I'm about to get jumped. Like that's the feel of it. Like every single one of his songs, I feel like I'm about to get like decked right in the face. Like they're just super intense, super in your face. Anyways, XXX homie was recently released out of jail. Was in jail for a minute there for a couple months in the beginning of or some starting sometime last year. Um, and he had a song out. I'm not too sure when it was released. Definitely before Drake's album, which was just released like a couple weeks ago. Um, X had a song called "Look at Me." For some of you guys that are really into the hip hop, rap, internet rap, underground scene, you know what I'm talking about. You know that song. Look at me, fuck on me, look at me, fuck on me, look at me, fuck on me. Anyways, um, that song X had a certain type of flow, and when Drake released his album, before he released his album, he had there's a clip on YouTube. I'll see if I can put it in the description or something later, a link. Drake was in Amsterdam on tour, giving a preview of uh of his album, and one of his songs sounded exactly like XXX Tentacion's flow. I wish I knew the fucking song so you guys can fucking look it up. But if you know anything about Drake and XXX Tentacion, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly the story I'm talking about. Um, and fuck, man, if you guys were to look this up, you'll guys see what I'm talking about. It does sound like Drake stole someone else's flow. Like it does. Like it just absolutely does. Um, I remember when Drake came out with that Versace remix with Migos, and that was kind of what put Migos on. Is not even the Versace song, is the Versace remix with Drake. Some people were kind of giving Drake some criticism for like, hey, why are you rapping like Migos on a Migos song? Like, are you biting Migos flow? Like, quit doing that. I honestly thought it was fucking dope. You know, I don't think it was like he was stealing Migos' flow. I feel like he was riding their wave and being cool about it. Like, hey, I think your music's dope, your sound's dope. Let me fucking jam with you and let's make an awesome song. So I thought the Versace remix was fucking dope and cool and all great. But this stuff is a little different. It sounds like Drake had Drake hired some dude to be like, hey, sit in front of a laptop and research and study all the coolest and hottest trends that are coming up in the rap, hip hop, scene. Let me know what you got, what you find, and let me know how I can use it. And and from some of the judging from some of the stuff from like the OVO stuff he's got going on, him and the OVO boys, and how he has his OVO boys in the studio with him, and supposedly they help him create the music, create the song, create the album. It's like, what are they really doing? Are they helping you? Are they giving you inspiration? Or are they fucking making the music for you? Who is Bryson Tiller? Who wrote 10 bands? You know what I'm saying? There's just all this fucking extra shit that Drake, fucking like, he doesn't address. He doesn't really like tell you what's really going on. And he's not going to. I mean, as a professional, he shouldn't. He shouldn't tell you that, hey, I really paid this person to write this for me and I paid this person to do this. He's not going to tell you. He's not going to talk about it. He's going to lose his credibility and his reputation. But it really fucking seems and sounds like it. Like he's doing that. He feels like he's trying to monopolize the rap game. He's trying to be the Mayweather of the rap game. You know what I mean? He's going to have his own label. He's going to have his own crew and being on top of always having content and delivery as far as like music goes, laying down on laying down music and stuff. He's yeah, it's just what it seems like he's doing. He's trying to monopolize the game. Maybe I just don't know any better, honestly. Maybe I just don't know the rap game. I don't know what he's up to. Obviously, he's a fucking like he's smart and he's a genius because him being in the place he's at right now. I mean, it takes some hard work and some skill to get there. So I'm not saying he's stupid. I just it just seems fishy and sketchy the stuff that Drake's doing. Like it just is. I'm not saying that I believe Extentacion that he really did stole his flow and that Drake is a culture vulture and he's just gonna take from your style and use it as his own. I mean, I've heard the same thing about him and on that Hotline Bling. He supposedly like he stole Big Baby Drum's uh, sound. I think Big Baby Drum had a song called Cha Cha, and uh, and he was saying that Big Baby Drum was saying that Drake stole his sound, that elevator sound. Who knows? It fucking, it seems like it. It really sure as hell seems like he is, and it sounds like it and all this shit. But I mean, who really fucking knows, man? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like a comedian stealing another comedian's joke. It's like, did that comedian really sit there and like steal your joke, or did you guys just find the same thing funny? Like, and talk like, like how are you gonna say this comedian stole your joke about butt cheeks, and this comedian finds butt cheeks to be just as funny as you do, and he made a joke about it. Like, how do you know he really stole it, or he's just making a joke about the same thing? I don't know. I just feel like people need to be objective to this kind of stuff. You gotta like understand like what's Drake's what his business model is as far as like how he makes music, cause it's just not him anymore. It's not him and sitting with a pen and pad with 40 in the studio no more. It's not like that for him no more. He has a whole label and a whole like production crew. He has the OVO boys or his OVO crew to like help him. He has like a team of people just to make music now. So it's different. The business is different. You understand what he's doing. And X, I mean, shout out to homie. He's a really talented dude. I mean, he's got a lot going for him. But I mean, he could be just using this as for publicity. Just to gain himself some traction because he might about to be releasing a mixtape soon or something. Who knows? You know, we all recently heard about the Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj thing, and it's like, who the fuck? What is Remy Ma even doing? Like, does she have an album or does she have a mixtape? When was the last time she rapped? Like, what is she? Like, does she have music? Like, like, does she have a music video? Like, what? Why even? You know? So I don't know. I feel like people just need to be objective of that type of like rap beef shit because people just need to understand that those rappers could be doing that shit just for the publicity. It could be all blown out of proportion. But anyways, if you're interested in looking at what I'm talking about, just look it up. Look up Drake versus Extentacion or something on YouTube, um, or something along those lines on YouTube, and then they'll give you a breakdown of what exactly is going on between him, Drake, and Extentacion. Why people are saying that Drake stole his flow. And there's actually even a video mashup where people take Drake's flow from his new album, his of a song, and they'll put it on Extentacion's beat, and it lined up exactly perfect, as if it was like the exact same tempo, the exact same flow. Uh, Here in the near future, I'll see if I can add the link here to the description, or I might just do one of those little like box deals. Like, all right, click here to see what I'm talking about. Click on this link and to see this video. Uh, I'll see if I can do that here in the near future. Obviously, this shit is live. Um, shit, and while I'm saying that, man, thank you guys, whoever's watching, whoever's listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is the beginning of something great, and you guys are here for it, and I really appreciate y'all. Um, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, man, I wanted to talk about that Drake shit and Extentacion. Um, My last words for it is like I said, I keep on saying the same shit, but I feel like people just need to be objective and understand what's going on, and understand the motives behind everybody that's involved. Anyways, the last segment of today's show, I wanted to spoil your sweet tooth. I wanted to talk about some health and nutrition stuff. Um, and it's not really. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what the fuck to eat. I'm not gonna give you a recipe, a vegan recipe, or tell you eat this, that, work out. Drink water. I mean, obviously, there's other people that are better for that. Honestly, but what I am gonna talk about is I am gonna talk about sweets in general because I have a major sweet tooth. I fucking love sugar. I love cookies. I love bread. I love pastries. Like, I love cereal. I love candy. Like, I just love sweets and sugar and candy and all that shit. But, now that I'm a fucking grown fucking male adult, like, I'm starting to notice that, like, eating so much sugar, like, can fuck up your day, your mood, your body. Like, it can just fuck you up. Like I can eat like a bowl, like I can eat some Oreos and be fine, and then like the next morning I'm just like super dehydrated and jittery, or I eat some Skittles and while I'm eating them they taste fucking great, but within an hour I need to drink like 2 3 water bottles because they just make me feel like make my stomach kind of churn because it's just all the artificial sugar just all in my system, and there's nothing worse than sugar other than artificial sugar, like for real. Um, so we're gonna get some music for these segments that I'm doing, um, eventually. Uh, but for now we're just gonna do it like this. So this segment is gonna be called "Shit on Your Sweet Tooth." Um, I understand that everyone has their sweet tooth and likes to have their cheat days where they can just eat a big old fucking sundae with brownies and fudge and chocolate chips and all this all this fucking shit. But I just want to share these like facts with you guys so you understand what you're putting in your body and what it's doing to you and and I just want you guys to be aware of it because I'm tired of seeing people like show up to work talking about, oh, my stomach hurts, or I don't feel good, or I'm dehydrated, or my appetite's off. It's like, well, what did you eat before you showed up to your meeting, to work, to your date, to this? Oh, fucking, Skittles and like soda. It's like, dude, Skittles and soda? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, those are options, but that's not the only option. Like, you gotta eat food for you to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I want to talk about Oreos today because I ate a bag of Oreos maybe a couple of days ago, and they were so fucking good. I had to eat two, and after the second one, I was just felt like a sugar rush, like a motherfucker, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. It had been a while since I ate Oreos, and I did, and it was great. And then for the next like 15 to 30 minutes, I had like this jitter sugar rush that I just was not fucking feeling. And I just was just starting to wonder like, what in the fuck am I putting in my body? Why is it throwing me off so much? It's because of sugar. All the artificial sugar, all the artificial flavoring, all this fucking bullshit. Let me share with you guys a couple little fun facts to ruin your sweet tooth, to shit on your sweet tooth. Okay, so Oreos. Oreo cookies are high in fat, high in sugar, and in calories. An excessive consumption of them can lead to many negative health effects, including weight gain and type 2 diabetes. Um, let's see here. Oreos are a popular brand of cookies which are sold in bulk packages at most grocery stores. While most While almost 5 billion of these cookies have been sold since their introduction into the mass food market, their consumption their consumption can lead to many negative health effects. One of the worst things about Oreos is their high calorie content. The recommended serving size of the treat is 2 cookies, which contains 140 combined calories. 2 cookies, 2 Oreo cookies, 140 combined calories. While this may not seem like an extreme amount of calories, many people who sit down with a package of Oreos end up eating much more than just 2 cookies. Due to their easy availability and small size, Oreos can end up eating away a large percentage of your daily recommended calorie intake, which can lead to weight gain. Oreos are also extremely high in fat and in sugar, a serving size which again is much lower than the actual amount many people will consume, contains several more grams of fat. One cookie alone contains 2 teaspoons of sugar. This extreme amount of sugar and fat can lead to weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other health problems. High fructose corn syrup, which is also present, has been linked to many serious health complications such as increased triglyceride levels, metabolic syndrome, and once again, diabetes. Furthermore, Oreos contain the artificial flavor vanillin, a synthetic flavor that may be produced using petrochemicals and byproducts from the paper industry as it is extracted from the wood pulp. What the fuck? You feel me? Like, the shit is fucking not a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just it's so. I love snacks. Snacks are like it's a pastime. Like, come on now, snacks are a way of life. Like, if you're between the ages of like 7 and like 27, like you're gonna want to indulge into some snacks. Like, in between classes, in between school, in between your job and your home life, you're gonna want to eat a bag of chips, a bag of cookies, a soda, some pork rinds, some Starburst. Like, you're gonna wanna snack. All I'm wanting to do is to share the information, the nutrition information about what you're eating and what it's doing to your body. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, yo, don't ever eat Oreos. Just fucking be careful and eat them like sparingly so it doesn't fuck with you and your immune system and your mood and your diet so it doesn't fuck with you too much. Look at this. Long term side effects: type 2 diabetes, heart disease, weight gain, addiction, metabolic syndrome, increased triglyceride levels. Those last two, I'm not too sure what the fuck they mean. It doesn't sound fucking good though. It doesn't sound good at all. Like, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and smack your hand and be like, no, get your hand out of the cookie jar. Just be aware. Be careful. Try not to eat too much. If you start feeling like shit, you know, your stomach's hurting, you feel a little fainty, you need to feel a little dehydrated, stomach doesn't feel right, like you haven't ate right in a while. It's probably because you eat too much junk shit, you know? And one of my favorite things is Oreos. That's why I wanted to bring it up today. All that fucking terrible shit, artificial flavoring, sugar, all this shit is all in Oreos, and it's what was making me feel like shit. And now I know I need to lay off. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's hard as a person, being busy and stress, anxiety, all that stuff come into play. You wanna just savor your sweet tooth and have that make you feel good. And I get it. Everyone loves ice cream after a long day. Everyone wants a cookie in between meals, but just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Watch out for these brands that you're buying. Make sure you're buying the right brand, you're with the right ingredients, or it's not gonna fuck with you too much. But be careful with these Oreos. They have all this artificial flavoring and all this sugar, all these calories, and they're good, but they can turn on you. So yeah, that's that, man. That is my first, our first solo show with no guest. I enjoyed myself. I feel like I did okay. Um, feel like I can do better. I'm gonna do better. It's gonna be better. Um, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching, listening, supporting. Please comment, like, share our fucking our YouTube page. Look us up on Facebook. We got a Facebook page, the Circuit Podcast. Hit like, message us, say hi. We'll say hi back. Um, like I said, the Circuit Podcast and Troit Ent, we're gonna be teaming up here soon to give out some offers, some special offers to the people watching and listening. And that's just a thank you for tuning in and supporting us. We're gonna be doing stuff like giving out some special offers, maybe stuff like discount on studio time and maybe some discount on mixing and mastering, and just some other studio services from Troit Ent. And the Circuit Podcast is working on putting out some ebooks for you guys. Um, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna charge for them. Um, and I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna charge for them. I just want to put out information for the fans, for you guys to use, and to read and to review and to use. You feel me? So we're gonna be putting out some offers and some special information. Like I said, stuff like ebooks and discounts on studio time and mixing and mastering and other studio services. So keep that in mind. Stay in tune, fuck with us, follow us, subscribe to us, share our videos, share our channel. Um, this is the Circuit, man. The Circuit Podcast. Presented by Troit Ent. Uh, this is for the people. This is for everybody who's wanting to be better, who's an entrepreneur, who's wanting to be a professional in any industry. We're all about self help. We're all about sharing information, and we're all about improving and success. Um, and yeah, man, so that's pretty much it for today. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Um, we're gonna be doing another podcast next week, hopefully with the guest. Hopefully we can get Richie on here. Again, shout out to Richie Flow. And that's pretty much it, man. Danny G signing out. Appreciate y'all. Peace.